Okay, hello students of class 10. Previously in the video we have already done with the Italy Unified. Then we have already done little bit of a Giuseppe Garibaldi, the leadership. Then today we are going to learn about the visualizing the nation. This was the last part. Now, it is not enough to represent a ruler through a portrait or a statue. You know what is a portrait? It is a picture, the image. And you know what is a statue. Okay. How does one go about giving a face to the nation? Now here what you can see, now people they are visualizing nation as what? As an image or as a statue. So artists in the 18th and 19th century, they found a way out of personifying a nation. Clear? Now, nations were then portrayed as a female figures, female form that was been chosen to personify the nation, which did not stand only for a particular woman in a life, rather to give an abstract idea of the nation in a very concrete form. Clear? So, French Revolution artists used the female allegory to portray ideas such as liberty, justice, as well as a republic. So, these ideals were represented through a specific object as well as a symbol. So, liberty means what? It is means like a red cap or a broken chain, freedom. While justice is generally a blindfolded woman carrying a pair of weighing scales. So, similar various female allegories were also invented by the artists in that 19th century to represent the nation. Clear? For example, nationalism of India, in India you will find it out, the Bharat Mata, the portrait of Bharat Mata, how it signifies the portrait of a female figure. Same here also. So in France, she was christened as a Marine or Marina, a popular Christian name, which underlined the idea of a people's nation. Her characteristic was drawn from those of the liberty and the republic, the red cap, the tricolor, the cocked hat. Statue of Marina were erected in a public squares. Public square means what? Where you can find out the crowded people. To remind the public of the national symbol of unity and to persuade them to identify with it. Mariana images were marked on the coins as well as on the stamps. Clear? Similarly, Germania also became the allegory of the German nation, and in visual representations you can find it out. Germania wears a crown of oak leaves. You know what is a crown? Clear? As a German oak stand for a heroism. Heroism means bravery. Clear? So next one, last part is nationalism and imperialism. By the last quarter of the 19th century, nationalism no longer retained its idealistic liberal democratic sentiments. Okay, but this period nationalist group, they became increasingly intolerant of each other and ever ready to go war. There was no brotherhood, there was no warmth in themselves. They just want to fight with each other. Clear? So the major European powers manipulated the national aspirations of the people. So the most serious of the national tension which came after 1871 was in the area known as the Balkan. Balkan was a region of a geographical and ethnic variation where comprising the modern day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Macedonia, Croatia, Slovenia, Serbia and Montenegro. Okay, whose inhabitants means the original people, those who are residing out there, they were known as the Slavs, S-L-A-V-S, Slavs. Now, a large part of the Balkans were at that time under the control of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, the spread of the idea of a romanticism nationalism in the Balkan together. I told you before also, romantic means what? Feeling for the motherland. Okay, so made this region very explosive. So the Ottoman Empire had shot to strength itself. Shot means to take, to make the strength. Clear? Through the modernization and internal reforms, one by one what you can see, its European subject nationalists broke away from its control and declared themselves as an independent. So Balkan people, they started to claim their independence and they used their history to prove that they once have become the independent, but later on they were been subjugated by the foreign powers. They were defeated by the foreign powers. So as the different Slavic nationalists, they started to struggle to define their identity and independence. Balkan area became an area of an intense conflict. Balkan states slowly, they were very fiercely jealous of each other and each hoped to gain more territory at the expense of the others. So matters become more complicated, more worsened because Balkans became the scene of a big power rivalry. Clear? Now, there was intense rivalry among the European people or powers. Their rivalry were very much evident in the way the Balkan power unfolded. Now, each power here, Russia, Germany, England, Austria, and Hungary, they are very much interested. They were very much keen on holding of the other's power over the Balkan. So this, what happens slowly, leads to a chain of wars, the series of war in the region, and finally came the First World War. Clear? Now, nationalism with imperialism led Europe in a very disaster mood. Many countries around the world had been colonized, have been powered by the European powers in the 19th century. They began to oppose imperial dominations. So anti-imperial movements started to develop, where you can find the nationalist. What was their sense? That they are all struggle to form an independent nation state. They don't want to be governed under any other power. They just want to be independent. And how they want to be independent? By inspiring by the sense of collective national unity, which is very important. Clear? Now, they fogged into the confrontations with the imperialism. So, the idea, the European ideas of nationalism were nowhere been replicated for people everywhere. They developed their own specific variety of nationalism. But the ideas that societies would be organized into a nation states came to be accepted as natural and universal. Clear? So as you can see, how much dedications they saw to become independent nations. They don't want to be governed by any other powers. Clear? So that was the power of nationalism and imperialism, how it goes hand to hand. Then you saw that how the people, the poet, the portrait, the artists, they started to visualize the nations. What image can they create to visualize the nation? Clear? So we have already done. So children, this was the last video of the nationalism in India. I have already told you about the Frederick Story. Then we already done little bit of French Revolution. Okay, as you have done in class 9. Okay, then you have saw Napoleonic Code conduct. Then we went for the nationalism in Europe. Then how nationalism, liberal nationalism stands for. Then we saw the national new conservatism after 1815. Then we saw romanticism, the feeling of love towards the motherland. Then the little bit of idea of revolutionaries. Then how the hunger hardship started to grow. Okay, revolutions of the liberal was there. Then you can find out the Giuseppe Mazzini, little bit of Giuseppe Mazzini was there. Then you can find it out the Ottoman war, Bismarck. These were the personalities. Okay, then you saw the Italy unification. Then very important, the role of the nation states. Then after that we saw the visualize the nations, how we can give or portray the image of the country. Then we saw the nationalism and imperialism, how it goes hand to hand. Okay, so these are all the nationalism in Europe. You have to try it of your own, children. You have to understand the concept, the basic concept of this. You have to do these things of your own. You go through the books. I've already sent you the PDF. If you have the books, you can go through the video, see the video, relate with the books already. Clear? So tomorrow this will be the last, and after that I'm going to send you the assignments. Clear? So if you have any doubt, you please tell me. Clear? Stay safe. Thank you.